Hello everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel, and I am back with Threads of You Beyond the Bay, the demo. I couldn't stay away too long. I'm a little curious about how it's all gonna go, so we are here on Sunday afternoon in the game, or it's a late morning, early afternoon situation. Last video we got to go to the beach and help clean up at the beach with Wyatt. And now we are on our way to the bookstore where Andrew is, mostly because I'm a book lover, and so we are going to go check out the bookstore. I can't really resist spending time at the bookstore, so true to life, I will also do that here. And we'll get to say hi to Andrew. I also like so far that we're able to spend different parts of the day with different characters, and it is interesting to see that only certain characters can be found at certain times of the day, I guess. Like, I haven't seen anything where Vince, or... Oh, can I call them though? I know we have a cell phone. I wonder if we can call them. Like Vince or Jean, but I would assume Jean's working or something. Anyways, let's just get into it. We'll fit... Actually, now that I said that, am I allowed to call people? Do I text people? What if I'm like, hey Jean, no thoughts, head empty. Maybe I'm not allowed to just yet. Okay. How do I go back? Okay, great. Anyways, let's not do that again until I guess we have to use the phone. We're prompted to, I guess. On this fine Sunday afternoon, you find yourself making your way towards Bookhook, the town's resident bookstore. Andrew had mentioned that there would be an event going on after all, and it's not often that you happen across bookstores celebrating official release anniversaries. That too. Your curiosity compels you to check it out. Trials and Tempest's pretty popular, I think. I wonder how big this event will be. It's still a Sunday afternoon, sure, and it's probably a pretty small bookstore, but you're still hopeful that there will be a decent turnout, if only for the sake of Andrew's unconventional but creative advertising methods. Your expectations are immediately proven too low, however, upon your arrival at your destination. A sizable signboard propped on top of an easel stands... Goodness, I can't read. A sizable signboard propped on top of an easel stand. Pride of place outside the bookstore. The words Trials of Tempest 25th Anniversary displayed across it in bold lettering. Artistic swirls and flares adorn the sign in playful splashes. You think you even spot a smiley face. People bustle in and out of the store in excited streams. Sorry, I had to rub my eye a little. People bustle in and out of the store in excited streams, some carrying armfuls of what look like to be collector's editions of the celebrated series, while others happily clutch small stickers and buttons. I love events like this at bookstores. So fun. There are bright smiles, animated chatter, and cheerful laughter. It's obvious even from outside that the event is a hit. Alright, into the fray we go. You square your shoulders and head into the crowd. You barely manage to squeeze inside with all the tumult, but in the end, you make it through in one piece. You're instantly greeted by a hubbub of sound and activity. Bookshelves have been adorned with colorful paper cut decorations, ranging from streamers to dolls to origami. Small pop-up booths have been squeezed into every available space open. A gaggle of kids clusters together in a reading circle with their parents. The current storyteller is in the middle of voicing an angry, huffy warrior, and judging by the children's shrieks of laughter, they're doing an excellent job. However, it's not long before you realize that you're blocking the doorway. You tear your gaze away from the sights and hastily move aside. It's then that you see a red blur rushing past you. Andrew, you quickly realize. He's carrying a load of cardboard boxes, each precariously stacked on top of the other. Sorry for the wait. He hurries towards one of what looks to be his part-time workers, judging by the cardboard name tag hanging around their neck, and lowers himself to hand off one of the topmost boxes. The stack wobbles dangerously as he bends his knees, and the part-timer quickly swipes one from the top of the pile. Okay, teamwork. Okay. He moves to rush off, but then a box wobbles and teeters, and you catch a look of almost comical horror in his wide eyes before you dart in to save the day, catching it in between you, Andrew, and a scurrying pair of kids that barrel beneath your outstretched arms. Oh gosh, what a close one. Marie. Hey. The greeting is loud and enthusiastic, with not a small amount of surprise and relief. Andrew blinks as if he's too taken aback by the fervor of his greeting, and then gives you a mildly self-conscious grin.
Hey!
You came. Thanks for the save. That could have been a disaster. Welcome to the Trials of Tempest 25th anniversary celebration. What do you think so far? Oh, wait. I'll be right with you as soon as I drop these off. Want some help getting there? We can't risk another mishap. You shift your grip on the box in your arms as Andrew hesitates. After a moment, he nods to himself, seeming to have come to a decision, and speaks.
Well...
that would be a lot of help, thank you. If you're sure it's not a bother, I'd appreciate it. He smiles at you, and you eye the remaining stacks in his arms. Just take some boxes.
Oh, there's no need. You've already got one. No need to take more.
Are you sure? I can get another one. We're strong. You silently have the boxes now in your arms and walk forward, stopping to look expectantly back at him. Where to? Not the blushing. Got him. For a moment he stares at you, blinking rapidly, then shakes his head with a laugh, light flush staining his cheeks. We'll be handing these off to the part-timers around the store. You nod. All right. As you both set out through the crowds, Andrew speaks up once again.
Thanks.
Thanks for the help. Really, I appreciate it. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. He gives you a grateful smile, and you smile back. As you navigate among the throngs of people, you both chat as you deliver the boxes to their respective part-timers. It's only been a few hours since we opened at 10, but we're already running out of free merchandise. I'm starting to think that I might have majorly underestimated how many people were going to come out. Why's that? You get the feeling that Andrew would have shrugged if it weren't for his current encumbered status.
Oh.
Book Cook has always been run as an independent. I expected locals to drop by, but I didn't think people from other towns and cities would actually come over. I mean, it's a big event. 25th anniversary of this series that's super popular. I would come over to town. You know? Like, I think that's fair, though, generally given the usual vibe of the place. I kind of thought it might have been a long shot with how old the series is. It's possible that someone posted it online and it made its rounds, though. That would explain the crowd. He steers past a rack of postcards that, at a passing glance, seem to depict various locations around Brine Bay. A group of people are crowded around it. He catches your glance and smiles. Brine Bay was a reference for the protagonist's hometown. It's sort of an open secret among diehard fans. Oh, that's cool. Huh. Okay. I didn't know that. Huh, that explains that. How fun. I mean, I guess we should know that if we are a big fan, but maybe we never realized. You hand off a box to another harried-looking part-timer, who nods in acknowledgement before rushing off. What used to be a daunting pile is now steadily dwindling. I'm glad I hired some part-timers to help with the event, at least. They've been a huge help with making sure that nothing falls apart. Some of them could definitely use a break, though. I didn't mean to have them on their feet the entire time, but that's kind of how things turned out. He falls silent, looking pensive, and appears to shake himself out of his reverie. But you don't need to worry about that. By some miracle, we're now box-free. You do a little fist pump celebration, and Andrew grins. And I've got time now to show you around if you're interested, but if you're just here to stop by, I'm still very grateful for the support. Are you sure you have time, though? I mean... I feel... Did we come here to see him? Not only him. Are you sure you have time? I don't want to, like, outright reject him because he is making time. How about you show me what you're proudest of? Andrew immediately lights up like a very tall and red Christmas tree.
Oh, I'd be happy to. Here, I'll show you.
Oh, where are we going? You weave around the crowds for a bit until you stop before a wall near the crafts table. A wealth of colorful, cruddy, but guilelessly childish drawings are displayed proudly on the wall, covering it almost entirely. The style in the art pieces range from stick figures and indiscernible squiggles to detailed anime figures with flowing poses. Still, it's clear that every drawing was done with boundless enthusiasm. I asked the kids to submit an illustration of one of their favorite scenes in the books. Talent level doesn't matter, of course. I'm just glad there's been as many submissions as there have been. Oh, that's actually, honestly, it's pretty cool. I'm hoping to make it into a full wall decor, but I'm not sure if it just looked kind of odd. You examine the wall of drawings as you listen to him ramble, taking in the various personalities that shine through the countless illustrations. A particular yellowing piece of paper catches your eye, and you lean forward to take a closer look. Your rigorous examination confirms it. The name's pretty badly written, but this piece of paper is another A. Mitchell masterpiece. Andrew sees where you're looking and smiles, the expression both self-conscious and bashfully proud. Ooh, another A. Mitchell original, huh? You take another look at the drawing. Its paper is yellowed with age, the once bold strokes of crayon and pencil now slightly faded. This looks really old. How long has it been here? At least a decade, I think. I drew it back here when I was a kid, and the owner decided to put it up, despite my many complaints about it being embarrassing. Something like nostalgia has entered his eyes. You study him for a moment, then turn your gaze back to the drawing. I see. I kind of thought this place was yours. Didn't expect it to be that old. Andrew gives you a look of mock offense. Are you saying I'm... You playfully roll your eyes. Get over yourself. You know what I meant. He laughs. But yeah, I wasn't always the owner. Someone else held the title before I ever did. He set up this place, made it everything it is. Huh, that's funny. It feels like you and this door sprang from imagination finally formed. Spawned into existence, just like that. Straight from the ink and pages. Yep, risen from the works of Wordsworth and Shakespeare as Brine Bay's chosen bookkeeper and creative. Serious business. You look at each other with matching solemn expressions. Suddenly, you raise your eyebrows, and Andrew breaks into laughter.
Well,
as flattering as that is, this place wasn't always mine. I was just the one who came after. Sometimes it still doesn't feel like it either. You tilt your head in response, but Andrew doesn't elaborate. He seems to think that he said too much. A hub activity surrounds you as people mill around, engaging with the store's various activities, and you find yourself soaking in the energy of the event. People take pictures, write notes on offered stationaries, and peruse through the different displays. I wonder what he meant by that, but I guess that's for further interaction and stuff. You look at Andrew, and you can't help noticing the look of pride on his face. He takes in the hectic yet so far happy interior, almost like he can't believe he actually pulled it off. I mean, it is a great event. There's lots of, like, decoration and activities for everyone, so that's really good. Despite the worries he had voiced earlier, he looks quite at ease, both in your company and in the eye of the event. Andrew, we need you here. Be there in a moment. He turns back to you, then glances at the bargain bins standing dutifully near the front of the store.
Why don't you take something from the bin? A gift. As thanks for everything today.
Oh, really? I thought you were just going to tell me to go look around there. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Who am I to say no to free stuff? Upon rummaging through the bin's contents, you come to a decision. I would love another book. You recognize the book, and it seems that Andrew does too. His eyes light up with interest as he slips it into a bag, tucking in a cute little bookmark along with it and handing it to you.
Ah.
I've read this before. You should come by again sometime. Tell me what you think of it. Sure. Sounds fun. You heft the bounty of spoils in your hands and wave at Andrew in farewell as best you can. Andrew's eyes curve into a smile. If you like the experience, be sure to leave a 5-star review for Book Hook Online. You roll your eyes and laugh. So that's your game. Woo your customers with personalized tours and freebies to get those 5-star reviews. What a profiteer.
Hey now, that's just called good service. And I don't do this for everyone, you know.
You don't? I say as I know you don't. Oh, what did I do to deserve such stellar treatment? Andrew looks back at you over his shoulder, his lips curved into a boyish grin. An impish light shines in his eyes. It's an expression you didn't quite expect to see on him, but you find you don't dislike it. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out next time. Next time? Oh wow, these guys are really getting us. Okay, they're like, come back. Come back. You just gotta come back. Andrew's been I think, who's been the most, like, out of the 7 of them, I think. I feel like, actually, the last 3, Andrew, Kevin, and Maya are the ones who I feel are, like, the most flirty, like, outwardly. I don't even think, like, Gene was like, yeah, like, make sure, like, everything's okay, but I don't think he's, like, super outwardly, like, I'm not reading as that. Chris isn't either. I can't remember, I haven't interacted with Kai in a hot second, so, but I don't think so either. And then Vince is, you know, we're working up to, like, just, you know, the social, you know, dealing with social anxiety or just interacting with more people, so I also don't think so, but, I mean, also obviously seems nice enough, but I think who's, like, the most outwardly flirtatious are the last 3 that we met in the demo, which again are Andrew, Kevin, and Wyatt. Which, like, I'm not surprised, but like it is interesting to think about that and like why. So, and you know, you can get me with a good bookstore. But we'll see. I don't know. I said I was gonna go talk to Gene, but I haven't been able to. Maybe we'll be able to find him now. Okay, the diner. Kevin's there. Chris is... Why are you at the park? Maybe you're on your break. Wait, who's supposed to be this? Actually, I don't know who this is. Who's this supposed to be? We're gonna go here for... I don't think... Oh, wait, there's one more. We were just at the bookstore. We can't go to the bookstore again. I mean, we could, in theory. Let's go here, because I need to figure out who this is. Nothing beats a nice walk through town on a summer evening. The skies are a breathtaking blend of purple and orange, with the sun resting idly on the horizon, ready for rest. This is a pretty picture. Little background. Laughter and chatter from patrons at a nearby outdoor restaurant drifts across the breeze. Or drifts across the air. Others on the streets are taking in the gentle ocean breeze, just like you are. You have an extra skip in your step as you cross the street, entering a quiet suburb. Many houses have their lights on, while the street lamps cast a warm yellow glow on the roads and sidewalks. There are a few people out front, either watering the lawn or watching their kids dash around, squealing with glee. You pass a couple more houses, but pause when you see a familiar figure walking across the freshly mowed lawn. Gene? Yay! Okay, so that was Gene. Okay. Gene! Hey. Upon closer look, it really is him. In full uniform, hoisting a stepladder in one arm. He swiftly opens it and perches it against the tree in front of him. A woman with graying hair tied into a neat bun stands just a few feet from him, frantically looking up the tree and back to him several times. Are you sure that this is tall enough? My husband got another ladder in the garage somewhere.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'll be able to reach him just fine.
Oh, your cat? Hi, Gene.
He might need a little treat to lure him down enough for me to grab him, though.
Uh-huh. Oh, yes, of course. I'll go get them. You startle as she makes a beeline straight for you. There's no time to react as she bulldozes past and roughly bumps into your shoulder. She stammers out a hasty apology before taking a sharp left turn into the house you're standing in front of. What was that all about? Confused but curious, you head over to where Jean is. He plants a foot firmly on the first step of the ladder, while his hands lightly push at the handrails. Leaves crunch under your feet, alerting him of your presence. He whips his head around at the sound, and his eyes light up happily. Marie, hey, taking another stroll around town? Yep, what are you up to? That lady looked pretty panicked. Oh, well, A low-pitched meow from above cuts him off. You look up and find a plump orange Persian cat lounging on a thick branch staring at you with its big, inquisitive eyes. It gives 2 blinks before turning its attention to Jean. The cat's short but fluffy tail always sways from side to side. Huh. And here I thought saving cats from trees was a firefighter's job. He offers a casual shrug and smirk at your teasing tone. We don't need a fire ladder to reach this guy. Trust me. Also, sheriffs can do this from time to time, you know. Next time you'll tell me you expect me to sit in my car and eat donuts all day. Well, I did have one this morning, but that's beside the point. He readjusts the ladder and tries it out once again with one foot on the step. Anyways, I should try to get this guy down before his owner comes back. Jean cranes his neck up and meets the cat's gaze. He meows again, paws clawing at the branch under him. You watch as Jean makes his way up the ladder with practiced ease and smooth steps. His long legs offer him the height advantage along with the ladder, and for you, personally, a great view. Yeah, okay. Alright, come on down, Bart. Let's get you some treats, huh? Hold on, did you just call him Bart? Jean tries to coax the cat Bart into his hands. He makes little noises at Bart, who stares vacantly back. He doesn't budge at all despite Jean's attempts. Jean heaves a sigh, his arms dropping to his sides. I guess I should introduce you two in the meantime. Marie, this is Bartholomew. Bartholomew, this is Marie. Bart responds with another low meow as you wave up at him. Don't be fooled by his act right now. He's famous for being a cranky old-timer with a nasty temper. I've got the battle scars to prove it. Oh, sounds like you two have quite the history. Is he a longtime fan of yours? God, no. At least he seems to dislike everyone aside from his owner, equally. My officers are busy enough as it is, and I don't think I'd want to subject them to Bart's wrath if I can avoid it. So it's up to me. Bart's list of offenses also include being an escape artist. His owner used to be able to grab him himself, but she had a rough fall the last time she did. Oh gosh, how bad was it? She was in a wheelchair for a good bit. After that incident, she's made sure to ask for help whenever this guy gets into trouble. Let me guess, you gave her your number? We were neighbors for a bit when I was a kid, so she's an old friend of my parents'. She's had it for quite some time now. You know, I would have thought I'd get less calls as Bart got older. Turns out I was wrong, and he's trying to set some kind of record. Bart lets out a cheerful meow. This is how Bartholomew fills his days, you know? Puffing his fluffy chest up. That wasn't a compliment, bud. Don't look so smug. Anyways, if you got some time to spare, could you help me out? Sure, what's up? Just keep the ladder steady for me. I'm going to head up higher to reach him better. You nod and place both hands on either side of the ladder. Jean gives a thumbs up before he stretches upwards to grab onto a lower hanging branch. He shakes the branch briefly to test his strength and then hoists himself up with a grunt. Bart watches the whole ordeal lazily with one eye open. Huh, looks like I've still got it. You're not that old. Oh, come on, don't be so dramatic. You make yourself sound ancient. Jean looks down at you with a slight frown and puts a hand over his chest. Hey, I'm 27 years old. That's way beyond the tree climbing age limit. Is it? I mean, I haven't really climbed trees, but 27's not that old. Looks like you and Bart have something in common then. Jean tries to inch closer towards Bart, making sure to keep one hand on the branch. The cat is thoroughly unimpressed with his efforts, turning his head away. Not to point out the obvious, but I think he's a lost cause until he gets a whiff of kitty kibble. Jean heaves a drawn-out sigh, running a hand through his hair. He's never made it easy for me. So, how's the weather up there? You snicker as Jean gives you a blank stare. Lovely, really. Sitting in a tree, trying to fetch a grouchy old cat. Just how I wanted to spend my evening. He jerks his chin up at the loud squeal of kids playing on the front lawn a few houses down. I will say, though, it's my favorite time of day to be outside. It has been since I was little. Jean looks back down at you, the warm sunset casting a soft outline to one side of his body. Speaking of kids, any interesting childhood stories you've got that can help us pass the time a bit? Let me think. I once ran an underground snack trade ring. I jumped from the top of a car to fly. I like the first one. I once ran an underground snack trade ring. I might not look like it, but I was the leader of an organized crime once. Selling snacks in between classes in the restrooms was definitely against school policy, but it was an easy way to earn extra cash. Fruit chews were the most popular. That worked in my favor since chocolate melted way too fast in my backpack. You wouldn't happen to still be involved in this sort of crime ring, would you? Nope. I learned my lesson. Well, sort of. My parents equally scolded my ass and praised me for my savvy entrepreneurship. If you are a bit hungry, I got some crackers in my bag, as long as you keep it between us. Just as you prepare another round of stories, Bart's owner bursts out of her front door with an armful of treats and toys. Here, I have them. Oh, Barty baby, it's okay. Mommy will get you back down. Please hand them to me, She's climbing up the ladder with shaky legs before Jean can warn her to stay put. Please get back down. It's not safe. The ladder creaks and she starts to tip backward, to the horror of you both. She lets out a gasp, the treats and toys slipping from her arms. They fall onto the grass with a light thump. Your heart leaps into your throat and the rest of you springs into action. You catch the ladder and hold it steady, blocking her from falling with your upper body. Holy shit. Are you okay? Yes. Oh, thank God. Here, can you push yourself upright? I'll hold on to it so you can get down. She nods shakily and starts to descend once she's properly standing again. Jean slumps forward, face a touch paler than usual. Please be careful, ma'am. Why don't you go ahead and get Bart's electric blanket heated and ready? The two of us will get him down since we've got his goodies now. Right. I'm sorry. And don't be. I understand you're worried, but Bart is in safe hands. We'll reunite you two together soon enough, alright? Yes. Thank you both. I'm terribly sorry. You offer an awkward but gentle pat on her back. Jean smiles reassuringly and gestures towards the house. She bows deeply, murmuring another apology before slowly walking over to the house with her head down. Once the door closes behind her, Jean lets out a ragged sigh. I'm just glad she didn't fall and break her hip again. He extends a hand towards you with a weary yet relieved smile. Thanks for the save. Why don't you pick something out from Bart's stash so we can get him down once and for all? You glance down at an array of treats and toys. His owner spoils him rotten with all these choices, that's for sure. You reach for the cat treats? You distinctly remember Jean murmuring something about treats to lure Bart down, so you grab a tube of puree and hand it to him.
Good thinking. Come on, Bart. It's your favorite.
It is. Jean opens the tube, squeezing out a bit of puree before bringing it closer to Bart. The cat's reaction is instantaneous as his ears perk up and he meows softly at the tempting scent. He carefully maneuvers himself down to the branch where Jean is and approaches slowly. Jean's shoulders sag in relief when Bart starts looking at the tube happily. All right now. Will you be a good boy and come back down with me? Jean receives a pleased meow from Bart. He sighs and gives the tube another squeeze. Gave your owner a good scare, bud. Next time, let's play in a place where she can reach you, huh? Alright, since he's calmed down now, I'm going to hand him to you. Please be careful, though. Don't worry, you've warned me plenty about this guy. Making sure the ladder is firmly in place, you climb up and reach out to Jean. He gently hands the cat over, who slips into your embrace without any fuss. Should I put him down somewhere? Definitely not, if you can help it. Knowing this guy, he'll sneak off the second we turn our backs. Mind stepping down from the ladder? I think it's time I leave this tree, too. As you carefully get back onto the grass with Bart curled up in one arm, you look up to watch Jean start to make his descent. Hand holding. Helping hand. Need some help getting down? You make sure your grip on Bart is secure before stretching out a free arm toward Jean. He blinks in surprise at the gesture. He quickly recovers and smiles softly, fitting his palm over yours.
Thanks.
Yeah. He descends the ladder, feet landing on the grass with light thud. He maintains eye contact the entire time, and you swear there's a twinkle in his eye. The two of you remain clasped together, his warmth gently heating you up from inside out. A few beats later, he slowly slips away from your grasp, almost hesitant to let go. Jean grabs the ladder, folding and tucking it under one arm. He turns back to you and extends his free hand. I'll hold on to the big guy, just to be safe. Are you sure you want to do that? He seems pretty chill in my arms right now. Don't worry, this isn't the first time I've done it. Why don't I hold him while you grab the rest of his treats and toys? Are you sure? Definitely. Well, if it's okay with you, could you help me a bit more then? Of course. I've got nowhere else to be. And who wouldn't want to hold this cute little guy, You coo at Bart, who slowly blinks in response. Jean's jaw drops when Bart starts purring loudly against your chest. There's no way he warmed up to you that quickly. There's got to be a treat hidden on you somewhere. Don't listen to the grumpy man. He's just jealous. Oh, yes. Who's the cutest Persian kitty in the world? Bart meows softly as one of his paws kneads the air. Wow, I guess I should just leave you two alone then. You snicker as Jean sighs dramatically. Your merry trio heads to the woman's house to hand Bart back, reveling in their tearful reunion. Jean advises the woman to get Bart a cat tree to try and deter him from climbing the ones outside, to which he readily agrees. He walks with you to the street corner before pulling out his phone. Looks like I've got to get back to the station to follow up on some things. You never stop, do you? Jean clears his throat and avoids your curious gaze.
I'm fine. Trust me. Anyways, thanks for helping me out today. I owe you one.
His phone rings and he picks up the call, waving as he leaves. Bye, Jean. You smile and wave back, watching him jog down the street. I guess it's not. Oh, we just left. We said we gotta go. I just realized if I want to talk to Vince, then I need to text him first. We did say that last time. The door closes behind you with a soft click. After a long, eventful day, you wrap things up with a nice hot shower and get into some fresh pajamas. As you head towards the bed, you can't help laughing, letting out a small laugh and shaking your head when memories of today flash through your mind. There isn't a dull moment around here, huh? You plug your phone in before you pull the covers back and flop onto the comfortable mattress. Alright, time to settle in for my nightly scrolling. Let's see. Lulu. Comms open. Yeah. Kai says, don't recommend moving right after waking up. Still got a headache from this morning, Lamau. Jean says, this is a reminder for those who have little escape artists as pets. Please make sure you keep your doors closed when grabbing your mail. Something about a fandom name. Andrew says, thanks to everyone who showed up today for the anniversary event. Yeah. Not Cupid, that's funny. Wyatt says, I highly recommend purple popsicles as a treat after a long day of work or any time of day, really. Oh, poor Chris is dealing with allergies. Oh, and then some other people. Wow, we Okay, there's a lot going on here. Okay. The stuffed animals could beat you in an arm wrestling match. I believe it. Anyways. Oh, Peach Leaf Valley, cute. Okay. The words and colors begin to blur on the screen and your eyelids start to droop, like they're held down by heavy weights. I think I can finally sleep. With a sleepy press of a button on your phone screen, it turns black and you limply plop it beside your pillow and have a good night's sleep. Your eyes shut as the soothing sounds of the beach from the slightly open window lull you to sleep. Off to the dream world you go, preparing you for another eventful day tomorrow. Okay, so today's Monday. Who should I talk to today? I can only... Oh wait, I was gonna say... Wyatt? Is this... Who's this? Hey, wait. Town Square. I kind of want to go to the town square. Oh, let's go to... Yeah, I think this is Vince. It's so quiet in Brine Bay in the morning that you think you could hear a pin drop anywhere. For a town this small, you would have thought there would be a chorus of good mornings and hey to people as they passed one another by. But maybe that kind of thing only happens in movies. It'd be more interesting if there was some beachy rock anthem as a backdrop. As you approach the center of town, the pulse of its sleepy denizens picks up and you hear the sweet crooning of a street performer, strumming and singing along to some song you swear you've heard on the top 40s the other day. Beside him is his harmonic complement, buzzing away on a harmonica for a jazzy interlude. I mean, it's morning, I guess we can toss some change in there. A worthy performance deserves a worthy. You dig out whatever loose dollars and coins are in your pockets. $3.22 to toss into the case as an offering. The stars of the morning hour offer small smiles as your reward. You step aside to make room for passers-by on the boardwalk, some of whom likely toss a coin or two to their dutiful buskers. I guess not all morning. It's the kind of distraction that works for about 1 or 2 songs. But after, you'd rather make the most of your very empty schedule and find something more interesting to do. You start scrolling through your phone, swiping your thumb against new searches and lists left over from before you fell asleep last night. As you start to search for somewhere to stand out of the way, you find the slowly swaying figure of a man that acts more like a metronome than a person. Vince! Vince's attention fixes on the musicians that play, fingertips tapping idly at the tops of his knees, offbeat for a second until he finds the rhythm. He's murmuring something to himself, tapping against his dark jeans. As he tips his head up about to let loose a note, he catches your gaze instead. That sunny expression of his gives way to its usual cloudiness. His lips seal and Vince is suddenly at all sharp angles, fingers tinting where they rest, as though he's forgotten how to relax the joints in his hands. His voice is a little higher than it usually is, and he interrupts himself with a cough into his hands. Ben slumps forward again, headphones swinging as he does. Hey, how long were you... He loops his finger through the air, as if gesturing to the entire plaza. Oh, I didn't see anything if you didn't want me to. Oh, great, so you saw the whole thing. Already forgotten, I don't even have eyes. He smiles quietly as he allows his arm to drop into his lap. I'm glad we're on the same page. Mind if I You gesture toward the seat beside him. He shakes his head, making room for you and your things. He draws into himself, and the two of you share in the unquiet of the town square. Behind you, the water of the fountain babbles a beat off from the performers, who have since changed keys from pop songs to an unfamiliar ballad. Oh, that one's... Vince doesn't turn to look at you, but you watch as he turns a hand towards the sky, digits moving along with what you can only assume is the neck of an invisible instrument. That song, it's, they played it before, but it sounded different the last time. How can you tell? He shrugs noncommittally, as if that is a fine substitute for an answer. But you listen with him while he searches for the words, and you try to pick out what's unique about the melody. I hear them all the time when, I come through. I think they're trying for original songs now instead of covers, but people don't really stop to listen to them as often. Sorry, I would have listened to them. Usually I can listen to people for a while, actually, when they're busking, but, it kind of depends if there's, like, seats and stuff, but I guess assuming there would be seats in the town square, you know? True to his word, you notice some of the listeners have dispersed, but you lend your ears to the chorus to try and hear what Vince listens for. It's a light, breezy song, but you don't think it's eclectic enough to never make it to the radio. What's it sound like to you? What does it sound like to you? I asked you first. His gaze is expectant, attention firmly placed on you, and a change of pace from the usual. Where Vince normally searches for any reason not to see you, he wants an answer. Though what it is it? You can't say that you know. It sounds like... I think they sound nice. I asked you second. I mean, it could use some work, but it's not bad. I don't know. Am I hearing it right now? Is this the music? I mean, I think they sound nice, but I guess... Like, it's not bad. Yeah. His wary, hesitant voice almost makes you second-guess your answer. Was this a listening test that you weren't prepared for? Yeah, I can hear what you're saying. They're not all the way there. You can kind of hear what they want to sound like. But wanting's different from actually sounding, right? The song continues on, and the two of you listen in contemplative silence as Vince muddles his way through each successive note. Against his better judgment, you catch him swaying in the corner of your eye, his fingers pressed against imaginary strings. With a furrowed brow, you watch as his concentration only furthers until he hits a sour note. Think it's that one. I didn't realize you had perfect pitch. His shoulders draw in, Vince glances in your direction. His hands instinctively go to the back of his neck as if it does anything to hide the embarrassment. I don't. I just listen to a lot of music. Yeah, I can tell. He has his headphones nearly on all the time. You had to imagine that he did spend a lot of time listening to it when he was going around by himself. What's wrong with what they're playing? You sound like you had it all figured out. It's just, I think if they picked a different chord, it might resonate better. It just sounds like they're trying to get away from the faux pop vibe that they have, but it's boring. Like, it's just more pop trash. Not that there's anything wrong with people liking pop music and whatever, but it didn't sound the way they should. This one sounds brighter. Gene likes that kind of thing, but it's... He waves it off with his hand dismissively. It's not for me. This kind of sound would work for him. Vince allows the words to fall away, his lashes lowering a fraction as he returns his full attention to the performers again. The lead singer longingly mourns a relationship, wistful as she croons about how she's about to make another mistake. Sorry. Or, sounding pretentious, maybe. I sound like those dicks that say that every oldie is better or whatever. Nah, I just didn't know you cared so much about music. I am a little hurt that I wasn't invited. Two? You're a one-man show? You play? I dabble. You're looking at the 5th running champion of the National Air Drumming Competition. Didn't know I was sitting next to a professional. I try to not let fame get to my head. I need to remember the little people and everything. He very inelegantly fails at not snorting. Have you tried talking to them? The band? Oh, what? No. It's just my opinion. It's not like I'm not a professional or anything, so it's not like I should tell them what to do or what they should sound like if that's what they want. It'd be kind of like telling a chef, hey, you could cook this better. Like, yeah, obviously, but you don't say it to someone's face. Vince worries. Little curves into the tips of his calloused fingertips, I can read, burning them red. Maybe they'd like it. What do you mean? Like, maybe they appreciate it. You've been listening to them for a while. Well, yeah, you've been sitting next to me the whole time. You know that isn't what I mean. You don't think it sound like presumptuous or anything? Why would it? I'm just some guy. I've known them since they started, but that's kind of what it is. I don't know. I usually listen to more alt-rock. Oh, fun. I don't know much about alt-rock, to be honest. You hear the pause, the hitch of his breath as he considers his words. But you don't get to be picky about talent. You hear enough of a good thing, and I don't know, it's just good, you know? You end up liking it. He laughs, looking over at the group with the kind of fondness you imagine that he reserves only for people that he cares about. Kind and reverential. Yeah, I said that right. Vince grows characteristically quiet again, easing neatly into old habits as he listens, and the band switches to a different song. You don't recognize this one, either. His brows furrow, the soft caramel of his eyes sharpening with a renewed interest as he starts to mumble something again. For all his worries, you wonder if he's considering it. It's obvious at a glance for you that he pays them careful attention. Not maybe it's just a fan, but someone who cares about the work that they're putting out. I mean, you don't have to push yourself if you want to, but like... I didn't mean to sound like you don't have to push yourself if you don't want to. Oh, no. You're fine. I get what you're saying. I was just thinking about how to say it without coming off the wrong way. It's kind of like I said. Maybe next time, after I've rehearsed it a bit or something. Sure. Maybe next time. You'll feel readier. Yeah. Finn stares back at you, mouth half open as he tries to find the words for what he wants to say before settling on a contemplative silence. At first you think you might have offended him, but he sits up. Words come one after another in that shy, ambling way that he always does. I need to go. Vince? But before you can stop him, Vince shoots up from his seat for the first time since you saw him and marches stiffly over to the performers. Okay, we're gonna go talk to them! Okay, I love this for Vince. This is so sweet. Okay. Let's see. From here, you can see him fumbling for something in his back pocket, his wallet, as you come to realize, before he pulls out a bill or two. One performer stop playing altogether before they pick up the melody again to finish out the song. Vince nearly manages to step away, but one of the others, not playing anything in this part of the song from what you can tell, catches him before he does. What's he doing? They push the money back into his hands, but Vince insists in turn before starting to gesticulate with all the fervor professor in the front of a lecture hall. At some point the conversation calms, or at least it looks like it from where you're sitting. With another few exchanged words, he returns to you, grimmer than he looked before. Vince drops back down onto the bench with an audible... That was awful. Really? It was that bad? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have... No. He sits up, tucking his arms back into himself as a nervous leg shakes the metal frame trapped beneath you both. You can practically feel the wood vibrating. They were nice. Really, they were nice about it. It was like what you said. They didn't tell me to keep my opinions to myself or anything, and they recognized me. Yeah? Yeah. He laughs, breathless and light, a stitch in his chest as he looks at you. It's kind of nice. It's like when you're being recognized at restaurants and whatever. Almost like a regular, just with ears. Side note, this reminds me of one time I went to like a sushi restaurant pretty often. Like I would take different friends to the sushi restaurant, and like I think I'd like gone into the restaurant like 5 times in like 3 weeks, and the waitress was like, "Oh, you're back again." And I don't think ever since then I've been back because I was slightly mortified at being perceived. This happened like a while ago, and I can't now because that business has been replaced with a different business. But I did like the sushi there, so yeah, I don't know why I never went back. But that's what this reminded me of. But maybe Vince is making friends. Like, if you like music and stuff, I'm sure, like, being friends with people or being friendly enough with people who do music is really nice. So that's a good step. You did it, Vince. And did they like what your ears had to say? That makes... Yeah, they were cool about it. Said they'd want to talk more and maybe we could play together or something. His lips seal together in a tight-lipped seam, and the bench shakes all the more violently. I literally haven't played with anyone in ages. Shit. I mean, man, maybe I've got to go home. I don't know. Practice? Now? He trails off, but his nerves look fit to settle, and Vince allows for a slow sigh to be drawn out of him. It's nice. Doing something new. Talking to someone new. He smiles gratefully, and maybe a beat too long after the musicians pack away their things, and Vince has already excused himself for the afternoon. Do you realize that he meant you were included in the niceness of having a change? Oh, Vince. A little subtle, but I love to see it. I don't know if I would realize it that soon. Where should I go now? Basically I'm at 50 minutes, so I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna keep going. I think I have through Monday and Tuesday. Probably the next video will be the last one. It'll just be a longer video. But this is fun. I kind of want to know if there will be a big cliffhanger or anything, or if it's just a lot of like hanging out with people and we're getting to know different people at different times. So we'll see, but I'm really enjoying this demo, and I hope you are too. If you have liked my video playthrough of this, please don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see the last bit of this demo with me playing it. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye!